You're listening to Comic Reflections, episode 271. I'm your host, Nicholas Prong.
I'm Jeff Barnard, the co-host without an opening liner.
Jeff,
Yes.
Comic Reflections is brought to you by The Outhouse.
Is it?
Yes.
Wow.
And you can find our show and other nifty content at theouthousers.com.
It is a cool website.
It is. And if you enjoy this program, you can subscribe to us on either iTunes or Stitcher.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Jeff, before we start talking about our comics today, I want to talk about our contest giveaway that we're going to be running, a drawing at the end of October. And we have a bunch of signed comic books that we'll be giving away to one listener. And to enter, all you have to do is leave us an iTunes review and shoot us an email with a screenshot of that, so we know it was you.
Okay.
Subject heading October contest, and on November 1st, I will draw one winner, and that I will contact them right away, and they'll have 48 hours to respond. Otherwise, I'll pick someone else, and then they'll get free comics, and I'll announce them on the following show that we record. Now, the prizes. I recently went to Rose City Comic Con and got some comics signed by comic book creators. Well, a few of these I had lying around also, but most of these I got signed there. I got the Trekker #2 from Dark Horse Comics, signed by artist, writer, and creator of that book, Ron Randall. I have the Spirit #1 from Dynamite Comics, signed by Matt Wagner, Brennan Wagner, and artist Dan Scotty, who's a friend of mine, and he did a really cool sketch of the Phantom for me at Comic-Con.
Wow.
Yeah. Superman #20, signed by Carl Kiesel. American Flag #1, signed by the great Howard Chaykin. Master of Kung Fu #51, signed by Paul Galassi. Justice League International #24, signed by Kevin Maguire and Ty Templeton. And Dark Horse Presents, the more recent volume, #11, signed by Francesco Francavilla, creator of the Black Beetle. And also, this isn't a signed comic book, but it's Miracle Man #1 with the Neil Adams variant cover, and this was an exclusive giveaway from Wizard World Comic-Con Portland in, I think, 2014. So I'll be giving that away as well. So, yay, fun comics. And you can have them, but you have to enter.
Right.
Okay. So the first comic book we're going to talk about today is Batman #281, cover dated November of 1976. And according to Mike's Amazing World of Comics, it hit the stands on or around August 12th, 1976. And the story in this issue is called Murder Comes in Black Boxes, written by David Verne, penciled by Ernie Chan, and inked by Tex Blaisdell.
Okay, we've got a big splash panel with Batman riding black coffins down a river.
And he's chained to them.
He looks like he's in Doctor Strange land.
Yeah. But I mean, you can get kind of wild in a splash panel. It doesn't,
Right.
It's not representative of anything that's happening in the story.
It's a metaphor.
Yeah.
I hate metaphors. Oh, that's cool.
So what's supreme irony? Because you work in a library, the home of literature.
Yeah. Oh,
Well,
I'm joking.
a house for literature.
Yeah.
The home of literature.
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
Was not the home. There's
Right,
other places
that's
to get-
why I said-
Okay.
That's why I changed my phrasing.
Okay. We had this rainy day, and it looks like kind of like London. It's not, but it's always spooky and worrisome. But and these three guys are standing on the corner. They're wearing trench coats.
Yeah.
And they get run over. Bam, and they die.
Yeah. Well, that's no good.
Yeah. So Batman comes to view the bodies.
At the coroner's office with Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah, man, that must be a bummer. Hey, let's look at the old dead bodies again.
Yeah, I wonder if it would just become. It must get to be so routine for police or street level superheroes like Batman.
Mm-hmm. And that's where we get gallows humor.
Yeah,
It's a coping mechanism for unpleasant situations like this.
yeah.
Or, uh, and that you don't never let people outside that world hear them because they sound awful.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So Batman's kind of finds out that they're all three spies. Well, what a coinkydink, you know?
Yeah. Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a connection.
Yeah, indeed. All right. This beautiful woman comes in and accuses Batman of being the cause of all this.
Huh. What does
Oh,
Batman have to say to that?
he says, "Well, I don't know what you're talking about." But what did he say? Of course, he's no.
Right.
But they got a radio message. Each of the spies apparently that they're telling them to come meet Batman at this corner,
Interesting.
and Batman has no idea what they're talking about.
Hmm. So, Twinkie alert.
Yes.
Yes, we have a Green Lantern and the fruit pie scene.
Yeah. Oh goodness. Is Doctor Liv and spell the name backwards, and you'll know what trouble you're in. Oh, evil.
Yeah.
And then he gets his butt kicked by Green Lantern, and then so my name is now Resol. Spell it backwards. You know, it would be kind of suck because you'd have to explain spell it backwards every time you say your name.
Yeah, that's pretty lame. That's probably why this guy doesn't really appear outside of this fruit pie ad. But
Wouldn't it be great?
what
if
was
there
he doing? He was kidnapping people and shrinking them?
Yeah.
See, that's kind of cool. Like Dr. Cyclops from the movie. Remember that?
You know, if there was a Twinkie Alert comic book, you know, I would.
You mean if there was a book that collected all of these?
No, a comic book that had Twinkie, and there was the story. It was like a regular comic book.
Oh, like a
Would
book-length story, and the plot revolved around like
Twinkies.
Twinkies. Like that was a Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah.
Like it is on these.
Yeah.
I would read that.
Yeah. Okay. At least one of them. And that might be the funniest thing ever. You know, it's the one about
I mean,
KFC was wonderful. I love that.
There's another one too.
He
They
gasped
did.
in appreciation to her. And
Yeah, they did
surprise.
another one. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was done well. So
Yeah, it's fun. And
I-
believe it or not, I like fun.
yeah, I do too.
You do?
Yeah.
This is a shock to me.
But it's gotta be stately fun.
Oh, right.
Refined fun. I take my fun very seriously. I'm not- But again, we've only seen a couple times where the hero eats a Twinkie.
Right, he usually doesn't.
I wonder if that was in a contract or something. That is just odd.
It is strange, and I don't have an answer for it.
Yeah. It's called Green Lantern and the Fruit Pie Scene.
I said that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. But
Oh, we got a great house ad too. I want to talk about the DC line of superstars, and they're rolling out some books, bringing back the Teen Titans, talking about some cool stuff happening in Detective Comics. Cobra got his own book for like 7 issues, 7 or 8, something like that. And also TV series titles like Super Friends and Welcome Back, Kotter.
Yeah.
Man, they even made a Treasury edition of Welcome Back, Kotter.
Oh.
Isn't that awful?
Man, I remember enjoying the show. Okay, it was okay. It wasn't my favorite show. But then I
Right.
watched it as an adult, 20, 30 years later. It was awful.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
It was just amazing.
I don't really have any memories of it, so.
Mhm. Okay, so this girl blames Batman, and she runs off. So Batman follows her, and there's an exciting car chase.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Car chases are not a good comic book thing. You know, it's sort
No,
of,
they're really not. Hey, here's something. Why does the Batmobile have the big yellow and black bat symbol on the hood? So everyone knows it's Batman's car,
yeah.
including all the criminals who want him dead. That's smart.
Well, yeah.
And it's branding, corporate branding.
Yeah.
I'm not
Maybe
great.
maybe when you're being chased by the Batman, you say, "Oh crap, it's a Batman. I might as well give up." Maybe it's that's the entire thing about Batman. That's why just
Would
like
you,
a bat.
would you give up or would you drive faster?
If I drove faster, I might make a mistake and crash, and then Batman's job is over. So,
Okay.
Or that might kill somebody innocent. The fear thing, that's his stick.
I get it. I mean, yeah.
But it's kind of yellow and black are not that scary. It's a high school football team's color or something.
Right. I think that the quote unquote new look Batman with the yellow oval with the bat logo in the middle, I'm not as big a fan of it as just the gray shirt with the black bat on it.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I prefer that. I really
Yeah.
do.
Oh man, what a '70s car that is, though.
Man, it
Yeah,
looks like those corrugated roofs that people have.
yeah.
That's what the back of the Batmobile looks like.
Or the side of a Pontiac. You remember Pontiacs always, and the newer ones, or I don't know, maybe 10, 20 years ago, would have is corrugated sides.
Oh, I don't remember this.
Yeah, and that was a thing they did. And
Ugh,
oh well, I don't think they make Pontiacs anymore. It was
I,
goofy looking.
I don't know.
Yeah, they tried. So he's in a race with a tow truck.
And it's a bright red tow truck, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Even the rims.
Yeah.
Are those
Uh,
white wall tires?
oh.
No,
Well,
but
that might
in
just
in
be.
that one panel, they look like it.
Yeah, that might just be motion thing or something.
Right, right.
Or
So,
it'd be too black.
Are the bad guys in the tow truck?
Yeah.
Okay,
And now
that
they
makes sense.
and
Okay.
they crash to a horrible death off a bridge.
Well, absolutely.
Yay.
Yeah. Jeff approves.
Yeah. Oh no, they live. They live. They're out. Oh, they got out. Good. So, yeah, they would have died.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Batman catches up with the mysterious dame. Does she have a name?
oh, I don't think
We'll
so.
just call her Sally McOvaries.
No,
I'm just
not.
kidding.
So they go to a marina, where she has a friend,
Hmm.
an uncle, and he's got a place there. He's not there, and of course, everybody knows where this place is. So
And so they're meeting there. What is it on the dock?
doesn't Batman have a place he can take him? He should have about 1,000 place hidey holes.
That
you know.
would be cool. Yeah, that's what I want to see. The billionaire superhero who has little mini black sites throughout the city he operates in.
Yeah, it should have
That'd be
something.
creepy, but
Yeah.
and I have not seen that explored in
Hmm.
comics. So they're on the docks, the bad guys are, and Batman's there to punch the crap out of them,
Yeah.
which is great.
Yeah. Right. And a little backup story
Some
with the
very
girl. She
very
was in
satisfying
love with the spy. She was a stewardess.
Oh, the spy who loved me.
This is when stewardesses was a fabulous job. That
Well,
was
sure,
really,
it was glamorous.
Mhm.
You know, well, you have to think like getting to be a gal on the go, and this is your job, and you have independence and stuff.
And
Like,
only rich people really flew, or middle class would fly every once in a while.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
it was a
it'd
big deal.
right, but it's there's glamour involved in it.
Right.
You get to rub elbows with maybe people above your normal station in life.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff going on there. I understand why it was such a
And you got a decent meal, and there's seats were comfortable. And,
3 squares a day. Hey,
Yeah.
it's just like prison. No,
well, I'm not talking about the
I'm just kidding.
on the plane itself. I
Yes.
mean, when you went there, and the airlines, because it was heavily regulated, they couldn't do anything with the pricing, so they just made it more and more luxurious.
Well, that's
When it was
fun.
deregulated, then it got cheaper. Now, sometimes it's cheaper to take a plane than the bus or the train.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, but it's
But
hey.
that's stuff. So back to Batman.
Mm-hmm. All right, so people are coming after him.
Try to stab him. He
Yeah,
kicks their
shoot
asses.
Yeah, Batman sends the girl out in the harbor, and
There is a great scene. He's got her hiding under the dock, and she says, "Batman, I can't. Can I come up now?" And he says,
not yet. The other two are coming. Get back under the pier.
"But it's cold."
So is death.
When I read this, I took a photo of that panel and posted it on Instagram. I thought that was great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, if you want to follow me on Instagram, I'm Prom Cakes. Look,
You should have said prom king.
no. What? I almost cursed at you just now. I almost swore.
Okay.
No. A friend of mine gave me that nickname, started calling me Prom Cakes, and so I like that a lot. So.
Okay.
But you don't get to call me that.
Okay. Okay. So the two guys come up who are very nattily dressed. I like.
Yeah, I like the striped shirt. It's very
I need one to be like the Sandman,
Yeah.
who never takes it off apparently.
Well, it's part of him, I think, now.
Yeah. Not
The Sandman and Freddy Krueger. What is the vertical stripe or the horizontal striped shirts?
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh.
I don't know. What sort of
It just says
Eh,
low life.
or something. But it should have been a wife beater then.
Oh, I think this is before the rise of the wife beater.
No, 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 no. Wife beaters are back. They got famous because of Stanley Kowalski.
In Streetcar Named Desire.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's a low life at home. If you're a low life on the go, like a criminal, it's the horizontal striped shirt.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, Batman bonks their heads together, which is
I
great.
That is my favorite comic book combat. Is
Oh,
bonking
right.
heads
I mean,
together.
like, you know why? Because have you ever bonked your head with somebody?
Yeah.
You are incapacitated. Like, ow! Like, if that doesn't get you, the next punch is.
It's so humiliating too. It
like-
is. It's like you're getting beat up by the Three Stooges.
Well, yeah, and it's impossible not to feel super dumb when it happens to you.
Yeah. That's why Batman does it. Oh God! Yay, Batman!
Ooh, this
Okay.
comic is better than I remembered.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it is. Suddenly, someone shoots, and it's the girl. She shoots out the lights in the bad guy's boats, which is wow. That's pretty good shooting.
Yeah,
You know, I mean, it's a good target, but still, with the pistol,
yeah,
which is she something more than what she seems?
yeah.
Oh, CBS Saturday.
Oh, you want to talk about this Saturday morning cartoon lineup? This would have been for the fall of 1976 cartoons. We got Sylvester Tweety, Bugs Bunny, Roadrunner, blah. I mean, that stuff's fine. But
Oh,
Tarzan.
it's wonderful, but now you can't even watch them. So
Yeah. Also, this ad, the whole ad is it's a 2-page spread, and this is drawn by Neil Adams.
yeah, and it's pretty
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Tarzan. We got Shazam, ISIS Hour.
art too.
Oh, yeah.
with the talking, with the super smart chimp.
Right.
it was pretty. It was
Yeah.
okay.
I have some memory of that. I don't know about Clue Club. I don't know what the heck
Never
that
heard
is.
of that. Ray Out Games. Never
But
heard of that.
Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids, of course, that's awesome.
Yeah. The Kukla Fran and Ollie show, which show these foreign films for
That's
children.
so wild that Kukla, Fran, and Ollie made a 1970s comeback. Because that was a 1950s show.
Mm-hmm. And I don't. It was just you'd see some weird stuff, and then I don't know. Maybe I got really into cinema because I watched some of. Some of the stuff was bad, but some of it was really interesting, and
Yeah.
it's always interesting to see some cultural artifact from another country or
Yeah.
culture, and I like that.
Yeah.
I remember Shazam ISIS, they were okay. Tarzan was pretty cool, well done,
Yeah.
I thought. Fat Albert, they only made a dozen episodes, but they're pretty cool, and
Yeah. It's fun.
mhm.
Speaking of cartoons, I was at Swamp Meet yesterday, and for like $1, I picked up a VHS tape of a bunch of Windsor McKay cartoons.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know those existed.
Yeah. There's it's about an hour long, and I haven't got to watch it yet, but it's got Gertie the Dinosaur and Little Emo and Slumberland.
I didn't know there. I knew.
You knew about Gertie.
Yeah, of course. And it's the first animated movie.
Is it the very first animated cartoon?
Yes.
Okay, cool. But anywho,
Yeah.
it exists.
Mm-hmm.
So back to Batman.
Okay. So I think the girl forgives Batman, so it must not have been your fault after all. Because he caught about a dozen guys.
Right.
So,
And it was, why did she think Batman had anything to do with it? That's
because she thought that Batman sent her boyfriend a radio signal or radio message.
Okay.
So they go. He has this little black book, and so she gives it to Batman. He reads it. Oh, I need to go to Budapest. Yay! So Budapest was a communist country this time.
Yeah,
And,
full of commies. Oh wait, you said that already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what about it though? Batman goes to Budapest.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. He goes to Budapest, and he changes. He changes his appearance by 2 or 3 times.
That's cool. Well, Batman is known as a master of disguise.
No, but in one day. I mean, he changes it, then he goes somewhere, then he changes
Well,
it again.
that way nobody can suspect this shady character. You know, it makes him kind of untraceable. I like that level of detail, that blending.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty clever.
Yeah.
So. And then Batman goes this I don't know, some kind of house where he's supposed to meet somebody, and these two guys with guns, and he disarms them easily. And it turns out that he's a they're good guys. They're in the underground.
Yeah.
And he takes off his mask. He takes off his mask, and he's got his mask, his Batman mask on.
Yeah, but he had a realistic, like, Mission Impossible style mask.
Mm-hmm.
And his final disguise, he looks like Tevi from Fiddler on the Roof.
Yeah, tradition.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's how people dress in not America, I guess.
Oh no, not that. I'm talking about the wearing his cape and cowl and all that stuff underneath that.
Yeah.
So, but then if something happens, oh, it's Batman, so we must kill him. But if they takes it off and he's just a regular dude, but then he won't have his weapons, so
yeah.
Okay.
So shut up, Jeff.
I guess it's hard being a superhero.
It's not easy being the Bat.
Yeah. Okay, there's this thing about Lucas Nazi. He's a Nagi.
Okay.
He's a Nobel Prize winner. He's trying to defect, and now they don't know where he has vanished. They don't know where he's at. And all of a sudden, the secret police come in, like they always do.
Yeah.
And
Batman fights him.
He beats the crap out of him.
And then he has to escape.
And then he escapes down into the hole, and then here's the rest of the secret police. And
cliffhanger.
Yep. And which we don't have in next.
Oh man, I'm sure Batman died.
Yeah.
Man, and they never wrote another one.
Yeah, that's the problem with these, and I think we talked about that. That's why Game of Thrones is so refreshing, is that your favorite character may die.
Yeah.
And it gives you got to worry. Well, is he going to die here or something? I never worry about Batman surviving.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to take a quick promotional break, and when we come back, we'll have more Batman.
It's midnight, the podcasting hour. Hello, listeners. It's your friend PJ Frightful. That's PJ as in podcast jockey, and I'm dropping dreadful new episodes every 2 weeks. When the clock strikes midnight, the podcasting hour shines a candle on the dark corners of DC Comics. Those supernatural sagas of Swamp Thing, Deadman, the Spectre, and more. The podcasting hour. It's a rotating anthology series boasting the terrifying talents of Ryan Daly, Rob Kelly, Paul Hicks, Ben Avery, Doug Zawisza, and other unfortunate souls. Prepare for the unexpected, open a doorway to nightmare, and enter the houses of mystery and secrets. The moon is full, and the dark spirits are rising. For it's midnight, the podcasting hour. Coming this Halloween, part of the Fire and Water Podcast Network. Beware.
Stop and listen! Stop and listen to me! Listen! Listen! Listen to me! They're not human! Everyone! They're here already! You're next!
November 4th, 1988. Earth is invaded by an alien alliance composed of several species, including the Dominators, the Kuns, the Tanagarians, and the Durlans. And they want our superheroes. Even though Australia has been decimated, the United Nations response is unequivocal. Drop dead. First Strike, the Invasion podcast, takes you back to that moment in time and covers the entire Invasion DC Comics crossover. Issue by issue, tie-in by tie-in. Join Bass and Siskoid at fireandwaterpodcast.com or on iTunes. First Strike, the Invasion podcast, a proud member of the Fire and Water Podcast Network.
Remember, Melbourne.
And we're back. Now, Jeff and I are going to talk about Batman number 298, cover dated April of 1978. And according to Mike's Amazing World of Comics, it went on sale January 5th, 1978. And the story in this issue is called The Case of the Crimson Coffin.
Alliterate much?
Shut up. No. That's a kind of a big DC thing. Julie Schwartz is really big on. They use alliterative titles.
Mm-hmm.
And at this
Okay.
point, Julie was Julie editing this?
Yeah, mine says editor here.
Does it say editor Julie Schwartz? Julia Schwartz.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, that's right. I was trying to remember when he took over the Bat books as well,
Mhm.
but at this time. So anyway, and this issue was written by David Byrne, and penciled by John Calnan, inked by Dick Giordano.
Yeah. Nice looking Batman. So
Yeah. I like Giordano. I like him a lot.
I like these in the opening page.
The splash page.
There's
There's a Batman logo that's kind of like a silhouette of a bat in yellow. And
Yeah.
it looks
kind
rad.
of 70s, but it's kind of cool. So it's well done. Batman's on a bridge, looking the harbor.
Thinking about his dead parents.
Yes. So, all right. And he's checking out things, and there's a boat going underneath the bridge, and it turns its lights off, and it's really foggy. So why would you do that unless you're up to no good? Although I guess your power could go out too. But,
Yeah.
So it needs to be checked out. So he follows it, and he goes into Columbia House.
Oh, well, is he going to get a bunch of pennies or records for a penny?
Yeah, which is. This is going on at that time. I wonder if this is a joke on that, but
Who knows?
it's an old speakeasy type place back in the day.
Yeah.
And he goes in and he sees footprints and I remember how to get down there. So he goes down there and there are these goobers and
Chocolate covered peanuts?
yeah. They're with
There's-
X's on there.
They're like cultists or
yeah.
whatever.
Mhm.
Looks like they're going to sacrifice some guy.
Yeah, with a big X on them. They got big X's on themselves and they
Yeah.
got swords. And
Actually, it looks like they like just had him tied to the table with Laffy Taffy.
kind of does. And they put these big pink strips over them, and they hold it down with candlesticks, and beer. Okay.
Okay.
So a fight ensues.
Really?
You know, yeah, it'd be great. Oh, I challenge you to chess or something. How about some pinochle?
Yeah.
Which I've never played, but I love the name.
Yeah, so these guys come at Batman with their sacrificial daggers, and of course he kicks the crap out of them.
Yeah. One of them tries to headbutt him. They're wearing these
Cowls.
some of that with horns on them, and one of them's trying to jab him in the back with the horns. Oh, they got horns, and then they got a goat on top of their helmet with horns as well.
That's just too busy.
It's just too horny.
They poke Batman in the cheek with one of their helmet horns.
Yeah.
Cheekily.
Yeah. And then he does the headbutt, which two heads together, and
love
goes
that.
wrong.
Yeah, well, you know.
And he beats him up, and he rescues the guy, and he finds some other people. They're from the Caribbean, so I don't know. They must be in the voodoo in the
Wow.
comic book world, anyway.
Right.
And then there's really classy chick who's really well dressed, well, for the 70s, which means
So she's wearing a pantsuit.
yeah, yeah, and she's a reporter. Aren't they all? And he gets hit in the head with a 2x4, and then he goes down to a grave, and they shoot at him, and he escapes.
That's fun.
I don't know. He gets underneath some rocks, so they shoot at him. They think that he's dead,
Yeah.
and they leave, and he comes up, and so everything's kablooey. He goes
Kablooey?
yeah.
Very
So and
descriptive.
everyone, all those victims are gone.
Yeah.
So he draws a picture of the first guy he saw.
Yeah. Shows it to Commissioner Gordon.
Mm-hmm.
Says this guy's a bad guy.
Yeah, he does his own sketch.
Yeah,
You know,
police sketch. That's wild. I haven't noticed Batman doing that before. Hey, we got a Twinkie alert. Want to talk about that?
Oh my
With
God.
Superman.
The big fall. Okay. Oh, so kids are in the elevator and Superman saves them. Okay, so, there was no villain here at all, and so he saved them and says, "Oh, don't worry, kids. I'll got you." So in the meantime, enjoy these. let's see, what are they?
Hostess cupcakes.
Hostess cupcakes.
And remember, you get a big delight in every bite of Hostess
Yeah.
cupcakes.
Don't forget the luscious cream filling.
That's kind of creepy to call a food luscious. It's creepy to call anything luscious, unless you're talking about your hair.
Or yeah,
I know it's been a long time since you had hair, but
yeah. I'm talking. Usually, it's look at that luscious female or something like that.
Yeah.
I think that's the only time I've ever heard it used.
it's like use it
Outside of
about
it.
food. Like, who are you, Caligula?
Yeah, or maybe that's where it came from before,
I don't know.
and it changed to something else. And,
Right.
But Superman does not eat Hostess cupcakes.
Right.
Oh,
Hey.
how sad!
Yeah, cool. For dollar comics, Batman Family and World's Finest. This is the issues they go to the dollar size format, and those are great. They're initially the dollar comics were 80 pages for $1,
Mm-hmm.
which is great
Yeah, I like the artist here.
on the cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I knew who that was.
He looks
Because I
very
didn't get the
familiar.
credits for house ads. I didn't grab that. I didn't know we were gonna.
Okay.
But I love the Batman Family had Batman and then backup features with Robin and Batgirl, the Huntress, and Man-Bat.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we read some of those World's Finest dollar comics with the Black Canary and the Green Arrow and Wonder Woman and the Creeper
Yeah. Okay.
by Sturdy
The
Steve.
creeper, the creeper ever fight the Joker?
Yeah,
Did he?
yeah. I think in issue 9 or
Did the
in-
world end, or
No.
I mean,
when the Joker had his own series, and I've
Yeah.
read this issue. One of those issues, he fights the Creeper.
yeah, I read one of those. I was underwhelmed because he has to lose, which kind of
Yeah, and I like the idea of doing a comic book around a supervillain, but the trope of you're gonna have him escape from prison every issue.
which could be interesting, but may be hard. How do we get him out this time?
Yeah, I mean now we work. I mean in the '70s, we didn't work in limited series formats where you would do like, oh, how about 6 issues and it's one story arc.
Yeah.
Now you could do that, or
You
if
could
it
do
or
it.
if, or if it's like one of those world domination level villains like Doctor
Dr. Doom.
Doom or the Red Skull, then you could have an ongoing with
I
them.
think Doctor Doom, because he has lots of levels to him. Red Skull, I'm evil. And then this
But I
thing
mean,
is
like a
from-
Dr. Fu Manchu, he had all those books that are about him,
Yeah.
like, and,
It's-
having supervillainous plots and then getting away and never getting captured.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Kingpin, that'd be a good one. Doctor Doom would be a great villain for. I mean, the whole series.
I mean, Magneto.
yes.
He has an ongoing book, actually.
Yeah. If you're going to do a Batman villain, the Penguin would be a better choice than the
Really?
Joker. But the Penguin's kind of. I mean,
I think here's where I think I disagree with like the Penguin and the Kingpin. White collar crime guys, you can have them as an ongoing subplot in the hero book,
mhm.
and have them be constantly behind the scenes and like other stuff is happening. But I don't think that you could do a
Yeah.
series, an ongoing, just about them.
Well,
I
next,
would-
next issue, we fiddle with the stock market. Excitement abounds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I see your point. Although,
You gotta be like mustache twirly supervillain.
I don't know, when I'm reading Daredevil, he did Batman Returns, or not Batman.
Frank Miller.
Frank Miller. His version of it. The Kingpin, I want to read more about him. I love,
Well, yeah, that's when the Kingpin really became, more than just a fat white collar crime guy.
Yeah, it was fascinating, and I could
Yeah.
I could read 20, 40 comic books a day, just that.
He's a not bad Spider-Man villain,
Mm-hmm.
but he's a great Daredevil villain.
Right. And it was just awesome. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But anyway, those are fun.
Mhm.
Those are fun comics. What's going on with Batman?
Commissioner Gordon tells him that someone's putting up clues about what he is.
Oh yeah, and they're really
Um,
someone has kind of guessed the identity of Batman.
Clue number 1: a well-known millionaire.
Okay.
That's kind of okay. Do we think he knows, the person doing this knows who he is, or he's making informed guesses about it? Batman thinks he might just not know. He's just fishing, but this is a millionaire. That's and Batman's got to be a millionaire.
Right.
Well known. I don't know. Millionaires usually well known, but maybe not.
I think these are guesses. It's based on inductive reasoning or deductive. I can't remember which one is which, but
deductive. I think
deductive.
I don't know. Okay.
I can't remember. But anyway, it's whatever it is. He's reasoning it out. The villain. That's a good question. I'm not sure.
Yeah, and Batman says, it doesn't matter.
So back at stately Wayne Manor, he's playing tennis with Dick.
Yeah, and
oh no, he's playing tennis with some gal.
Yeah, who is that? I don't know who it is, but
it doesn't.
He's got a couple girls. So
well, Playboy Bruce Wayne with chicks. What?
Yeah, no. Oh man, these awful candy bars.
Clark bars and Zagnut. Those
Clark is not bad.
Do those even exist anymore?
I think in England it does.
Oh, okay.
I think. Okay. Clark coconut might be interesting. I don't know. Peanut butter log. Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah.
Another house ad
for some of the Treasury editions that DC had put out, including the Superman versus Muhammad Ali, which we covered on the show.
Mm-hmm.
The Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes one.
Yeah.
They did 2 of those. One of them was reprints, and the one showed in this ad is new material at the time, or original thing. Mm-hmm. And I have them both, and they're wonderful.
Yeah. And Superman versus Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
And Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You got to line the birdcage with something.
Yeah, it doesn't look good. I mean, you could do a really good job with that. The cartoon, or what is it, the animated thing?
Stop motion animation.
Was wonderful.
Yeah, well,
fantastic.
Rankin and Bass were great animators.
Mm-hmm.
They did great in cell animation, and they worked in stop motion well.
But
they were great.
But the cover looks bad.
Yeah, it does.
You don't judge a book by its cover, but you can sometimes. You know?
Well, I mean, and I'm speaking of a place of not really caring about comic books that are for toddlers.
Mm-hmm.
I realize this is often looked at as a children's medium, often unfairly. But stuff that is specifically written down like that, I cannot get into.
Yeah. I don't know. I enjoy it every once in a while, but
sure. I mean, I could read a Casper or a Richie Rich every once in a while, but Rudolph, really? Ooh.
Yeah. So Batman is looking for clues about the gang who's kidnapping people, and he goes to Schemer. What's his name? It's Schemer Leo, and he talks in this weird. Let's see. Blow-ups, no solid office. Double Nick's bourgeois on the wire. One says banana sneakers, another says crimpers, but kinky dino copper hearts.
What the heck?
I know
it's all code, but jeez.
But it's in street talk, and I don't know if it's really exists or not.
Who knows?
It could. They're saying there's a mob is closeout starters. They're either smugglers or Shanghaiers, but very strange and very dangerous. Yeah. Okay. So, Batman escapes from that weird dude, and then he sees another clue. Batman clue number 2. He is a top amateur athlete. No, that's kind of obvious too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would not think, Batman, he can fly through the air and beat people up. Let's be a couch potato,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
So he's
Batman, right?
Batman is looking for Monk and Blinky and Needles.
Man.
Yeah.
I remember that reminds me a lot of the stoolies that or criminals that the Spirit would encounter. Will Eisner characters like Nichols Nurser and weird stuff like that.
I bet people have fun thinking of villain names for those.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, there's something on TV. One of the stoolies said, "Hey, did you catch yourself on TV?" No. Okay, here's Batman clue number 3. He is a well-educated, cultured, conversant in several languages, a scientific genius, often romantically linked with lovely ladies, but remains a bachelor. Okay, this is getting
a little
more
closer
specific.
to home. Yeah.
well cultured, well educated, conversant with several languages. Okay. Some of the juniors, also romantically linked with lovely ladies, but remaining a bachelor. That is very,
Bruce Wayne. But do
yeah.
people know Bruce Wayne is conversant in different languages? I thought that was a Batman thing, like a secret.
But if you know he's Bruce Wayne,
Oh.
but that's
Yeah.
and that I'm trying to think. Okay, Tony Stark does that. He's a ladies' man.
Yeah.
Was there any others?
Uh,
That comes
They
to-
exist, but not immediately to mind.
Mhm. So you might know something more than it's just not just deductive reasoning.
Yeah. So what's he talking about with Commissioner Gordon?
No, he found the man in the coffin, and he's a naturalist and photographer. Took some pictures. Uh, let's see, he's missing. All right, so the reporters were there, and they saw the picture that Batman drew, and I don't know. So Batman's going to have to go and find out more stuff.
Okay. I wonder how he'll accomplish that.
Yeah, by beating up people.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how this happens, but he goes and finds the reporter easily, and I don't know, he just
Yeah,
flying around.
it was in the script. That's how.
Yeah, and she shows him some pictures from the guy who was missing now,
Yeah.
and it's a
Oh.
yeah.
Turns out she's part of that cult. He takes off her trench coat, and she's got this great looking dress with the X on it, so he knows she's
Yeah.
part of that killing people
It is
with the
pretty
goat
awesome.
hat cult.
Yeah, so now there's a big fight.
Yeah.
He's beating the crap out of people.
Yeah.
Bunch of filthy hippies, it looks like.
Oh man.
Um, so she takes all right, he finds the photo that the reporter dropped,
Yeah.
and he was at some kind of secret island, and he wasn't supposed to be there, and he took some pictures of somebody, and they're not supposed to have them, so that's why he was kidnapped, and so now he's going to have to go to that island. And here's a fourth. He lives in a penthouse in Midtown Gotham. Okay, that's a good guess, or is it?
Well, because first of all, okay, this is the fourth Batman clue.
Yeah.
At this time in the 70s, Bruce Wayne doesn't live at stately Wayne Manor anymore. He lives at the Wayne Foundation building in the middle of the city.
Right. But that's I don't know. If you're a rich superhero, you would live downtown because it's where
Right.
most of the stuff happens,
Yeah.
and you live in a penthouse because it's easy to
Right.
get upstairs.
I mean, because most villains don't know the Batcave exists, right?
right.
I mean,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah. Okay. So. All right. What is this going on here?
Batman's
Y-
watching
y-
a plane.
Yeah. Oh, the plane has a message. It's a clue.
Oh,
So
okay.
he's following the plane.
Oh, is it
he-
skywriting or something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's carrying out one of his banners from behind.
Yeah.
Like at
Oh,
the
right,
beach.
right. Okay. Like at the beach,
I would love to pay for that and have some goofball thing or something.
like Eat at Joe's.
Yeah, or something, or I don't know what I would do. Um, so it lands apparently on a penthouse, and
Bob Guccione is very upset.
yeah, and he comes in, and I love, and here's the bad guy, and black light, and it's very good negative space.
Yes.
I really like how they did this.
Yeah, because we don't know who the villain is,
Hmm. But he's got his arms crossed, so
and it's left as a. I have not read the next issue. We don't have it, and I didn't even look. I suspect that it is either Dr. Sing Sing, or Zin Zin, excuse me, or Ra's al Ghul, and it could be neither.
Yeah, he has eagles, so I'm not sure what that means.
I don't know if are those just banner things or are they actual eagles.
Oh, they're just like legionary eagles.
Then that
An
could
eagle
just be anything. It could be just
Uh-huh.
decorative.
could be a clue.
Oh, okay.
So
It's Hawkman. No. Just kidding.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
those are pretty fun.
yeah, it was pretty good.
And
I think I like the first one a little better.
I like the mystery of the clues.
Yeah, no, that is a neat thing. Don't get me wrong.
Mhm,
But
yeah, and I'm impressed that this is what 225 or whatever, and
298.
298. that's a lot of comic books to write a plot for.
Sure.
And it's just
Well, it's not like it's written by the same guy.
I know, but still, but then you still got the person say, "Hey, you're gonna write Batman." So what I would have to do is go probably read all the other Batmans and make sure I don't redo exactly another one.
But also do something that feels like Batman.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can see
mean,
there's
do
there's
they do that?
limitations. I'm sure
yeah,
there's limitations, and also a lot of room to. Oh, okay, I got a lot to work with here. Incidentally, both of these issues were written by the same guy, David Byrne,
yeah.
who went by David V. Reed at the time. I don't know. People have pen names. So.
Yeah, especially in comics.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, and at the time it was kind of embarrassing to be a comic book writer, but now
Not as much as by the 70s, but yeah, I mean,
well, it's still he may have been starting in the 50s or 60s,
right.
and then kept going on or something, and I don't know, it is kind of fun. Yeah, it is detective comics. He is solving crimes,
Yeah.
and that's something
Yeah.
we don't.
Yeah.
Most other ones,
Yeah.
they're trying to find out, then they're beating the crap out. They're trying to figure out how to beat somebody up
Yeah.
with it. So.
And I realized, I was thinking, recently, like, I wonder, why some people like Batman more or Superman more.
Yeah.
And I realized do you like science fiction more or do you like detective fiction more?
Yeah.
And, I mean, I'm sure there's more to it, but I think there's something there. I'm like, and maybe I like Superman more because I like science fiction more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's good. It's a good comic book with a good mystery. I mean, it wasn't like it was obvious. I was shocked when the reporter turned out to be the bad person.
Yeah.
And I like being shocked. I like being surprised. And that
Put a
happens
put
very
a penny
little.
in the light socket. No.
I've already done that. I know.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
All right. That was fun.
Okay. Comic Reflections is recorded in Portland, Oregon, and produced by Sean Roof. Until next time.
I'll see you in the funny pages.
Xenozoic Xenophiles.
A fan podcast devoted to the comic series Xenozoic Tales.
It's a post-apocalyptic adventure series filled with Cadillacs and dinosaurs.
I'm Ruth.
And I'm Darren.
We hope you'll join us as we discuss the stories, characters, and art in this excellent comic series from creator, writer, and artist Mark Schultz.
Xenozoic Xenophiles is available at podbean.com and on iTunes and Stitcher.
And find us at xenozoicxenophiles.com.
So we gonna be working together? Really? Worst film you ever saw? Well, my next one will be better.
It's the Film and Water Podcast. The Film and Water Podcast covers movies new and old, classic and not so classic. Proud member of the Fire and Water Podcast Network, available weekly on fireandwaterpodcast.com and on iTunes and Stitcher.